Okay. Oh, I'm looking forward to this one. Right, we're going to start with a little bit of breath work. So you might want to be laying down for the breath work. Get comfy. You can be seated. I guess it is quite nice to try it seated sometimes, but I find you want to be nice and comfortable with a straight spine. So if you can't sort of sit upright without that pain, then lay down. So once you're nice and comfy, just start to take conscious breaths, but it just means that you're aware that you're breathing. So you're inhaling and you're exhaling, but you're choosing when to breathe in and you're choosing when to breathe out. You're making it a conscious decision. A nice big breath in for the nose. And just be with your body. Find a pace that suits you. Try and scan your body as well. Notice if you've got any tension, perhaps in your shoulders, your face, perhaps the corner of your eyes. Perhaps your shoulders have crept up. Try and open the fingertips. Let the body just sink down. And all you need to do is focus on taking an inhale and an exhale. And the exhale, you just let it go. You're not forcing it as like a... The more we learn to let go with the breath, the more we learn to let go with life, let go of the things that we try and control and hold on to. And we can just let it go, just like a thought. We don't want to carry it anymore, and it just off it goes into the wind. Going to do 30 more seconds of this breath. And it's really interesting. Everyone has their own breath, like a fingerprint is so unique. Everyone has their own unique fingerprint. You've got our own unique breath print. So just take a little breath in for me. Squeeze the pelvic floor muscles, the bum hole, the muscles that go through a wee, and just pull the energy gently up to the top of your head. We're not forcing this, and we just let it go. So breathing out with a sigh. Okay, so just let the breath breathe you now. So you don't think about it, you just let the breath do its thing, and you now just watch the breath. Or even better, you feel it. You feel it coming in. Where do you notice it coming? Through the body. Perhaps you can feel it trickle down the back of the throat on the exhale. Feel it swirling into your nose. And we're going to come into a little rhythm with the breath. We're going to breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale 4, 3, 2. So in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale nose, 3, 2. So if you can, in through the nose for 4, breathing out through the nose for 4. And as you're breathing in, let the belly inflate, 3, 2, exhale for 4, 3. And as you breathe in, the belly pushes gently out and the breath comes up perhaps to the heart. And as you let go, you just feel the back just melt down into the floor if you're laying down. If you're sitting up, you just keep that nice tall posture. And stay with that beat. In 2, 3, 4, let go 4, 3, 2, 1. If you find it hard to keep the beat, maybe you tap gently on the floor, or you can tap a part of your body. You do whatever feels good for you. In, 2, and belly expands on the in. Exhale, relax the face, the jaw, the eyes. In. Let go. So you've got another 30 seconds here. The last 10 seconds, maybe take a deeper breath in, so you feel that belly, feel that stretch. And as you're letting go, it just washes away. And when you're ready, next breath in, we're going to take the breath in, we're going to inflate the belly, pull the breath up to the heart, and we're going to hold the breath at the top of the head. And focus your awareness at the top, the crown. And you're just going to keep holding. If you need to release the breath, you can also release it, but try and keep holding it for a moment. And we've got our new moon coming in this week, so we're in that new moon energy. Take a breath out, breathe all the way out, and see if you can hold the breath on the exhale. If you need to take a reset, you can breathe in and out, but you're trying to exhale out and release all the breath out. So we're just building a bit of carbon dioxide tolerance. And this moon is about nurturing ourselves so we can be really present for others. This moon is about witnessing all the emotions that are going to be coming up under this moon and to bring observation to them. Take a deep breath in, hold that breath, open the mouth and let it go, a big sigh. And just watch the breath. Let it come in and let it come out. And the more we can witness the emotions that come up, the more we can go, oh, I see you. We can breathe them out. And then we can be logical. Is this a true emotion? Is this something from my past that's triggering me? Have I outgrown this? Do I need to make a change? Is this even mine? So stay with that breath, letting it breathe you. Having the ability to respond to an emotion rather than to react to it is a powerful place to be at. I'm still working on it, as we all know. All right, back to that breath. So in, 2, 3, 4, exhale 4. 3, 2, 1. Belly feels like a balloon. And then we exhale out. Keep that spine nice and still and straight. You might even be having a little wiggle, that's fine though. Yeah, so this moon is big on self-care because it's going to be a lot of emotions coming up, which is great because they are a gift for us to finally make peace with them, acknowledge them, and then let them go so we can bring space into the body like we're doing with the breath. We're creating new space to plant new seeds, which is what the new moon's all about. It's good to start thinking about what you want to call in for this next month coming up for July. Can't believe it's almost July. Maybe you need to go and re-water some old seeds. So we're in for 4, out for 4. And if you do start to feel a bit unsettled, a bit ungrounded, just lay your ass on the floor and do some breath work. Or do a recording, just to come back to self, regulate yourself. It's going to be really important. Okay, we're going to change the breath. In for 2, out for 2. So in, out, out. Smooth in, pull it in for 2 and out, like you're pulling a violin string back. So in and out, or maybe you're pulling a bow and arrow back. Pull the arrow back gracefully. All right, take a big breath in and hold. So pull it in, Allow the energy to come up to the top of the head. Squeeze the pelvic floor muscles. Gently pull your belly button into your spine. Try and feel the energy perhaps moving up the body. Perhaps you're seeing some colours right now. Might even see a white light coming up. Bring it to the top, the crown of your head. So try and keep holding that breath. And perhaps just making a little mental note of how you're going to nourish yourself particularly well over this new moon. Take a breath out, breathe all the breath out and hold on the exhale. Especially new moon, this one is about dedicating something to yourself that you would really like to do that makes you feel super at home in yourself. So what makes you feel really good? Like maybe you need to go for an amazing walk in nature, or make a special evening to have a pamper night, or you go and see some friends you haven't seen for a while. Take a breath in and a breath out, release. Let the breath breathe you. We'll do one more round. And start to feel the feelings that you would feel when you're doing something that you love doing. Bring it into your body, place that into your heart space, and when we're breathing, we're going to try and send that charge to every cell in your body. And then that way, they're going to put out a little signal to the universe going, we want more of this good stuff. So you're going to become like a little vibrating magnet. So make sure you really feel the feelings that you want to be calling in. Let them imprint into the heart and let it start to spread out as we're breathing in. 3, 2, 1. We go in. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4. 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, belly expands. Exhale, belly relaxes. Stay with that breath. In. Let it go. Keep that feeling in the body. And in. We're going to speed up and out. So we're going to go in and out. So if it feels better to breathe out through the mouth, go for it. Sometimes it's nice on the smaller breaths, that little so you're breathing in at the belly. Focus at your third eye. Come back to what you would like to embody, to be giving to yourself. Or it's giving to others, but how are we giving to self? How are we looking after self? Thirty more seconds. Last 10, can we make it a bit bigger? Last round now. Take a deep breath in and fill your boots up. Fill your cup. Give yourself permission to fill up your cup with energy, with vitality. Hold the breath at the top. When we fill ourselves up and our energy is recharged and nourished, we can give to others without feeling depleted and drained. So that's what we're doing. We're charging you up, getting fresh blood, fresh oxygen around the body as well. And we're teaching the body to get a little bit more resilient and toughen up a little bit. So when we are a little bit short on supply, sometimes we handle it better or easier with more grace. Breathing all the oxygen out, every last bit if you can. And hold on that exhale. I had a flatmate actually, and he used to say to me, like, we're 10 seconds away from like committing a crime or committing something that we can regret for the rest of our lives. 10 seconds. When we can stop and take a breath, say for 10 seconds, that can literally also change our lives from going in a totally different direction. Take a normal breath in, normal breath out, let it go. And just watch the breath, let it breathe you. Hopefully now we've slowed the mind down a little bit, we can start to get into the body more with the deep stretch. So have a stretch over your head if you're laying down, maybe give your knees a hug. Gently rock side to side. And then when you're ready, you're going to come up into a nice seated position. If you need to sit on a block for a straight spine, that's fine. I've got my right foot and I placed it on my calf, or you can put the foot on the floor, or if you're more flexible, you can bring it onto the thigh. Move your bum cheeks out the way for me, hands face down, and we're going to circle from the right to the left and leaning back and then going around. So we're just gently stretching the bum cheeks and dropping the shoulders. Gently tuck the chin in, eyes are looking down, and your heart is trying to get towards your legs. Your fingers and shoulders are totally relaxed. If you want to close your eyes, go in, enjoy it. Trust that you know what to do. And I'm guessing most of you just roll with my voice these days. Changing sides. It's quite cool, isn't it? Until I do some weird move and you're like, what's that one, Aim? I haven't seen that one yet. Take a quick look. Oh my God. Okay, I'll give it a go. 2 more. Good. Sweep the arms up to the sky, reaching up. Extend through the fingertips and then bring the fingertips to the floor, shoulders are down, and walk your fingertips forward. Some of you this will be enough, some of your elbows will be down, some of you your head will be down. So just nice deep breaths in here. If you're leaning to one side, try and center your body. Each inhale, you're gently lengthening the spine like you're doing a cobra, for example, without moving the head. So you can feel that pull. And then as you exhale, you just sort of melt down a little bit more. So we're trying to gently pull the crown of the head towards the fingertips. The spine lengthens. It's almost like you're doing a bit of a cat-cow. As you're breathing in, see if you can breathe into the lower back, the butt cheeks. And as you're exhaling, heart melts down a little bit without collapsing. Take 2 more like that. Really slow the breath and you'll feel different parts of you fill up, like you're popping out a balloon. Slowly, we're going to make our way back up. Keep that leg crossed. We're going to take our right hand over to our left knee. Take your right fingertips on the floor and thumb. So prop yourself up. Use your back arm like a lever with a small bend in it. Small bend in your front elbow and just twisting at the torso, the belly button. So we inhale, we press the hands down to lift the heart like that. Cobra or upward dog. And then you're exhaling, pulling the back shoulder back more. So imagine you're trying to get your back shoulder blade into the middle of your spine. You can turn the head a little bit more if you want a deeper neck stretch and just relax your feet and toes. And then we're going to come to center. And now we're probably a bit wonky, so we're going to realign. Take left hand across, right fingertips down. So lift up, shoulder blades are drawing in and down though. Exhale, start to rotate a belly button. Drop chin down to right shoulder. Inhale again to create length, pull the heart up to the sky. Exhale, start to peel the right shoulder back, but drop your left shoulder down so you're not crunching. One more breath in, one more breath out. Come to center. Hopefully you feel a little bit more aligned. Okay, gently uncross, and we've got to do the same on the other side. If one side feels totally different as well, if the leg doesn't come up, just do with what you can, don't force it. So this time though, what we're going to do is take the right fingertips either to the floor or the palm, drop the right shoulder down, so you're pulling the weight down, press down in your knee on the left, hand on your shoulder. So lift up your armpit to the sky, and as you exhale, peel yourself, so you're trying to get your left elbow to point all the way up, and then turn your gaze to look down. Your forearm might come down, so we're trying to get a stretch into your hip. And if you can, just gently pull your left shoulder backwards, left elbow back. Breathe in, really inflate the ribs and relax at your calf muscles because you're probably tensing there. If you feel like you can go arm over head, please do. But if that feels intense, keep the hand on the shoulder. And what we're trying to do is open the heart to the sky. So you're putting your left arm back, so you're getting a stretch into your armpit. Relax the neck, maybe the ear drops down. You might feel this underneath your rib cage, underneath your breast tissue, chest tissue. Reach the arm up, bring the hands down. And again, just check in with how you're feeling. Maybe you feel a bit lopsided again. If you're in tune, you'll notice it. Left arm down, right fingertips on shoulder. Like we're doing Kundalini, pull the elbow back, lifting the elbow up to the sky, but pressing down in the right knee. Relax the left shoulder. So you're trying to get a nice stretch in the neck. Look down, pull the elbow gently back, and you're lifting up the armpit with each exhale. Don't force this. Should be feeling this perhaps in your right hip, perhaps your right lower back. Option to extend the arm over. And again, you're trying to now spiral the armpit up and trying to pull the right shoulder back. Keep relaxing the other arm. Maybe you open the thumbs more. Come to center. Whew. Just release it out. Take right hand across. Breathing in, just one breath in. Exhale, twisting. One more time, breath in, lift the heart. Exhale, rotate. Peel that left shoulder back. Soften your right elbow. And then come back to neutral. Switch. So lift up, lion's heart up. Exhale, rotating. Again, peel that right shoulder back and down. Soften through the left fingers and the left elbow. Inhale, heart lifts, breathe in. Exhale, twist. Watch the neck, don't force. Come into center. Okay, upper body should be getting slightly loose. So let's bring right leg out in front and press the left foot into butterfly. Now I'm going to take more of a hip stretch here. So you've got a couple of options. You can lift up, you can fold over that front leg. You might want a small bend in the knee, or you might need something underneath it. That's going to give you more hamstring, calf and foot. And you might find that you want to take one arm out to the side or over, or you might want to be more in the middle. So you are looking for your personal experience here and sensation. Or you can take your right hand over to the knee and slide over here, and you'll get more of a hip stretch. You might hold the toes. So yogi's choice. You learn to become intuitive with your body. The reason I've gone more for the hip for me is so it opens up the lower back, liver channel, kidney channel.
whereas hamstrings more focused on kidneys. And thinking about it with the moon coming in Cancer, it's all about our emotional body. So don't get angry or upset with yourself if you are feeling the emotions. It's time to reparent ourselves and be like, cool, like, I'm sorry you're feeling like this. What can we do right now to feel a bit better? And watch out for whether it's actually an emotion, or you might just be tired or hungry or overdoing stuff. Sometimes when we think we're sad, it's actually, no, my blood sugars have dropped and I haven't eaten enough today and I've been whizzing around like a nutcase. Or maybe you've eaten some junk food and it hasn't actually given your body anything to run on. Take one more breath wherever you're at. Oh, sliding up. Ooh, switch legs. So try and repeat what you did on one side, so you can have both arms up, or you can go more hip. Just nice deep breaths in. And notice where you feel the breath coming in. So if you're folding directly over the leg, you're going to feel it maybe travelling up the sole of the foot, the calf. What I love is when I breathe in deep, it's almost like I feel like certain parts popping open. You know, like when you blow air into I've been doing a lot of camping lately, haven't I? Air mattresses, and it doesn't look like anything's happening, and all of a sudden they start to inflate. I was like, yeah, that's how my muscles feel. Feel it circulating around my right shoulder, for example, when I take a deeper breath in and it's slow and smooth. Again, softening your elbows. Try and feel the stretch either down the back of the leg or the side body rather than the joints. Take in one or two more breaths in, make them nourishing. Slowly take your time coming up. Okay, bring the soles of the feet in together. And what we're going to do, turn to the side so you can see, push them away a little bit further, and you're going to slide your hands underneath. So you've gone under the legs, tipped forwards. Most of you will be fine with this. And just take some breaths in and breathing out. If that's too intense, you can put your hands over and then fold down. So just, again, work with the breath, work with the sensation, and be patient, because sometimes the first couple of breaths it'll feel like, oh, this is really stiff, and then the next two breaths the body just starts to unravel like a piece of coil, just going, ah, yes. You want to extend the stretch, you can reach your fingers to try and touch the tips of your toes. And as you're breathing, hold the feet and almost try and sit back like you're doing a cat-cow pose. So rather than doing like a cobra, the opposite, where you push the shoulders so you get that upper body stretch. So nice breaths in and out. Slowly coming up, take your time. And we're going to come over, swing your knees round to the sides, coming onto your hands and knees. And let's just tuck the toes and turn the fingertips towards the knees. Maybe you do one hand at a time and rock. Maybe making little circles, maybe going forwards and backwards. I noticed today that my feet are getting super flexible, but I realise I haven't been doing as much as what I could be doing with my hands. So I'm like, oh, I feel like I need to pay a bit more attention to my upper body.
And then bring in the backs of the hands onto the mat, turn the fingertips to face inwards, and then just rock side to side. Soft bend in the elbows. Maybe rock backwards and forwards. Like, can your thumb maybe touch the floor? Mine wasn't even on the floor. That's it. And then place the hands back. In fact, sit on your knees, hands in a prayer, and then just circle the wrists round. And then circle them the other way. All right, let's come in back into a downward dog now. Just tuck the toes, having a little pedal feet, hip width apart. So we're trying to stretch the upper body. Stretch the toes, turn the head like you're saying no. And you're going to walk the right foot behind the right hand, left behind the left, feet hip width apart. Soften the knees. You can have your hands on the floor and tuck in, bend your knees. If you want a bit deeper, you lift up your left foot and slip your left palm underneath and right under right. And you're just going to bring the toes to the wrist, look at the belly button and just gently squish your toes into your hands. And just massage hands to get some circulation there. Tuck the chin in. Oh, excuse me. They say though when you yawn it's good, your nervous system is regulating. Gently releasing those hands. Stepping the right then the left leg back, coming back down onto your knees. Okay, taking child's pose. So toes together, knees nice and wide, but we're going to walk the hands over to the left side. Sink the forehead towards the ground or lowering it down. If you need to put a block under your head, of course. Breathing in. Now you're trying to find the stretch from the right hip all the way up to the right shoulder blade. Exhaling, nose or mouth, just melting down. So you can press down in the right palm and almost try and pull yourself back towards your right hip so you get that extra stretch. Don't over force it though. So you're starting to create your own resistance. So you're pressing down but you're pulling back so you become the master of lengthening your body. Gently lift up the head and you're going to walk the hands over to the other side. So again, head can rest down. Press lightly down into your left arm. First of all, just take a few breaths here just to adjust. Breathe hip, shoulder, fingers. Exhale in, and now maybe press down in the left and pull the left hip back towards the left foot so you get that stretch. Soften. If the head's pushing down in the floor, relax that. Check you're not tensing your neck and just breathe. And this is quite a painful shoulder for me, this one, so I'm just going to slow the breath down and really breathe into those spaces without forcing. So perhaps if you're feeling this in your left shoulder, like all the times maybe you've neglected yourself and put others first, this shoulder might be talking to you right now. And remember, this moon's about nurturing the self, so listening to where your body's perhaps talking to you. What maybe needs a bit of a jig around, what needs a bit of adjustment to make sure you look after yourself a little bit better. Taking one more breath here. Slowly coming into center. Coming up. So step your left foot forwards. And we're going to lengthen the left toes up. Now bring the left foot into the center of the mat. So normally we sit back with me, but I'm going to sit forwards today. Point the toes in. So try and lift up like a halfway lift. You need to put your hands on blocks, that's fine. Straight spine. And as you exhale, you're just going to melt down. We're going to do a few of those. We inhale, lift up. Try and pull your heart through. If this is too much on your back knee, please put a pillow underneath it, exhaling, or perhaps you double up the mat. This one, inhale, flex the toes a little bit more. Don't force the knees straight though. The left hip's out to the side. See if you can swing it in and squeeze between your thighs. Good, plant the foot down. Shift the body weight forwards. Bring the hands forwards and heel toe your left foot all the way to the edge of your left, to the left. Slide your right knee back. Breathe in, pull the heart up. Exhaling, tuck the chin in. So gently push the shoulders up to the sky. Pull the heart through, but keep the chin tucked in for me. Option to turn your left toes out more or off the mat. Check the jaw, check the teeth. Last one. Gently walking the hands back. Bring that leg in. Just take a breath, sit back. Ooh. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders. Notice your left hip perhaps compared to your right, maybe your left shoulder compared to your right. My left eye feels higher than my right side, so my left side feels very lifted, my right side feels very dropped right now. I feel like my heart's pushing forwards in my left, right sort of hidden. We're going to open the heart on the right, step the right foot forwards. So heel goes forwards, small bend in the knee, center and just tipping forwards. Walk the hands forwards. Inhale, lift in the heart. Create space in that spine and then exhale to melt down. So a couple more of these breaths. Toes are gently flexing up. Pull your heart through. Exhale to surrender. Be very careful to listen to where your body is like, this is enough, or we could do a little bit more. Use the breath to be curious. As you exhale, folding over. Gently plant the right foot down. Bring the hand inside the right foot. Heel toe the right foot over. Bring the knee in line with the ankle. Slide your left knee back. So again, option to turn the foot out or take it off the mat. Pull the heart gently up. Tuck the chin in. Sensation is in the groin area, the inside thighs. Exhaling, push the shoulders up like you're doing cat pose on your hands and knees. So shoulders are pressing up to the sky. And again, be active in your fingertips, not just the heel of the hands, but relax the toes. Let that belly really open. Tuck your back toes, just pushing back. Downward dog. Gonna lift the lift the left leg up. Bring the left knee towards the left wrist. And bring your right foot to sit behind you. Now you're gonna come into deer pose. So we're gonna bring the left knee 90 degrees in line with the ankle. And you're going to bring your right knee and ankle in line with the edge of your mat. So I'll show you on the opposite side. So this knee is like parallel. You can put a pillow underneath, and back knee is in line with the mat. So you're making this perfect sort of zigzaggy shape if you can. Swing that round. So this is deer pose, and then option you can reach your arms up and then tip forwards here. Or if you want to be more upright for royal deer, you'd pinch your shoulders back and down and you'd breathe into the heart. Again, you listen to your body, find a sensation. I like to fold over. And again, just be cautious, breathing in, take your time. This shouldn't be pinching anywhere. It should be like an aching, like a dull ache. So let's come back to our intention, our feelings that we want to, what we're calling in, what needs to shift, what kind of energy do you want to be bringing into the next month ahead. If things have been a bit stressful and a bit serious, maybe you want to call in some more playfulness, some more calmness. What would serve you on your journey? We're going to slowly come up. So we're going to sit up. We're going to swing the other leg round. So right leg comes round, left leg back. The right knee in line with ankle left or whatever side you haven't done. And again, tipping or leaning back, whatever works for you. Tuck the chin in. And what I'd like you to do now is give yourself permission for anything that maybe has been weighing you down on your shoulders or bothering you, to allow it to literally leave down your arms. Wash out for your fingertips and your palms and say goodbye to it. Letting go of what is not serving you, because half the time the stuff that we worry about in our head doesn't even come into fruition. And where our attention goes, our energy flows. If you're tired of feeling drained and exhausted, give yourself permission to let go of what sometimes is in your head that doesn't even need to be there. So when you are ready, slowly coming up, we're just going to lay on our backs. Just gently rock our knees side to side. And then just coming into corpse pose, Shavasana, legs out nice and wide. Hands can be on heart or open to the sky. Just taking some nice nourishing deep breaths in through the nose, breathing into your belly. Exhaling out through your heart. And while you're here, I'd like you to think of a couple of things that you are grateful for. A lot of times when we're worrying about other stuff, we can get focused on that. And when we bring gratitude into ourselves, into our bodies, we can totally shift our energy and just make us realize how abundant we really are, and the things that we worry about are just, we can remove, let go. So coming into that gratitude, thinking about maybe the roof over your head or the people in your life or the water that we have in abundance, the body that continues to move and breathe for you on demand. Now I invite you to bring both your hands onto your heart and just breathe in some self-acceptance and self-love. As you exhale, just letting go of anything that you do push away about yourself. When we learn to love and accept every part of ourselves, we can let go of the old stories, the old patterns, the old behaviors, and we can really step into our power. So take one more nourishing breath to your heart. As you exhale, bring your hands into a prayer and just place them into your space between your eyebrows, your third eye, just for clarity of mind and
removing any blocks in your visions that sometimes clog our filter. Bringing our hands to our lips for clear, honest, graceful communication, and to our heart for ourselves, showing up for ourselves, for doing the work. You are worthy, you are enough, and you're a freaking amazing human being. Namaste, have a stretch, and little prayer at the heart. I'll see y'all in the morning or evening, depending on when you're doing this. Well done. Hope you feel good. Let me know how you got on.